Hi, this video will explain what OuterJoin is and how to do OuterJoin. So OuterJoin is to join the two tables, but in OuterJoin you have to specify which table you want to set as a main table that you want to include all the records from. So basically people talked about outer join usually specify whether they want to do left outer join or right outer join, meaning that they want to include all the records from the right table or from the left table. So but in Microsoft Access you actually have to specify not left or right, but then you have a choice to select whether you want to include all the records from which table. So basically, if you want to join, let's suppose you want to join record from customers with record from rent table here in our example. So if you say you want to do outer join between customer and rent and include all records from customer. So to do that, basically look across all the records in each table, and then it will find whether it has whether that joining field has exact same value, so it can be joined. So for example, in this first record, you can find that in rent there is a record that its joining field, which is customer ID in this case, has exact same value, which is CO1. So that means this one can be joined. So basically what Microsoft Access or other database system does is merging or combining the two records. Now then it looks to the next record and it can find that, oh, in this record it can be joined to, because in rent there is a record that contain equivalent values in the joining field. And then it does basically exact same thing with the next record and so on, right? So this and this. And then another CO3 is found. And then for CO4, you can find that, because what we want to do here in this case is to include all records from customer. So even though this record, when the database look at it and they're trying to find any record in rent that its joining field contains CO4, but then it cannot find, but because we specifying that we want to do outer join include all records from customer, so that record from customer, although there is no matching record in rent, it still be included in the result. So this is the result of outer join with rent by specifying that you want to include all records from customer. Now let's have a look at outer join. Let's have a look at outer join between rent and cars. So this is rent table, this is car table. But this time you specify that you want to include all records from car. So if you want to include all records from car, now let's see. This time the joining field is basically this field, car ID here. So to join the two table, it's basically look at all records and say this one can be joined to this because it has the record that its joining field has the equivalent value. So it will be merged. And then And then this one can be merged as well because it has the record that basically containing its joining field containing exact same value. Now again for the next record, like this one is car 05, so car 05 will be joined, and then CO3, this one, and then CO car 4 is here, right? Now this time, because you say you want to include all records from car, so even though this record here has no, basically this record here, the joining field contains values of car 03, where there is no record in rent that is joining field containing values of car 03. So in inner join, if you do inner join, this record will not be included in the result set, but then this time because you specify that you want to include all records from car, so the result will be included in the result set, and this is the result of outer join between rent table and cars table.